Hey, what's happening, guys? Anthony here with the Silver Screen Analysis, and today we're going to talk about this new murder mystery based on the Agatha Christie novel called Murder on the Orient Express, directed by Kenneth Branagh and starring a bunch of familiar faces, so let's get into it. This is a period mystery set somewhere in the 1930s, I believe, and it follows a group of passengers on board this lavish train that all basically become suspects when someone is murdered during the night. Now, I haven't read the novel or seen any of the adaptations of the story, so going into this film, I was a blank slate with nothing to really compare it to in regards to source material, but I don't really mind a period piece, and I love a good mystery, so add that with the awesome cast, and I was definitely intrigued. First and foremost, Kenneth Branagh must be commended for his mustache. Not everybody can pull one off, even fewer can pull off two of them, but he makes it work. But in terms of wardrobes and costume designs, I thought they fit the time period well and were absolutely impeccable. This was a very stylish and visually polished film from top to bottom. The visual effects were immersive and stunning. Watching this train travel across the countryside was really effective in pulling me into the world of the story. Branagh's direction complemented it very well with his camera techniques. He used a lot of nice extended slow camera pans and wide open aerial shots to kind of build a deep texturing to the film that I thought really blended great with the mystery of the plot. The musical score really heightened the right emotions when needed, and from a technical aspect, I thought this was a fantastic film. I thought the story was intriguing and had some clever, witty humor that I thought really fit the personalities of the characters very well. This cast was absolutely loaded, and without going through each one, I will just say that they all brought in some great performances. I thought there really was a nice balance between them all, but none of them really stole the show other than Branagh, who I think simply does out of just having the most screen time. But I have to say, this story progresses honestly very slow through the mystery of who this killer is. The first act, it does set the scene and it provides some quick-witted humor, but it was a slow first act, and by the time the murder itself really happens, it doesn't pick up much. There was some intriguing conversations between the various characters as the detective kind of searches for clues, but it really did begin to wear on me as the story progressed through conversation after conversation with nothing more than service-level substance being generated for the various characters. I didn't really get to know any of them, so soon this movie just felt like one filled with stars. Defoe was Defoe, Pfeiffer was Pfeiffer, Depp was, well, dressed like a normal human at least, Dench was the Dench we all know and love, and all these familiar faces kind of just felt like themselves giving a performance more than any gave off the feeling of character acting. So despite how beautifully crafted this film was and how charming some of the performances were, this film was just kind of a drag, but I really did still keep an open mind going into the third act. The final act of a film is important, but even more so when closing out a mystery. The tonal shift in the third act was jarring and the melodramatics were so high it almost kind of felt comical instead of being anything close to impactful, in my opinion. It also injects this twist that just kind of felt slapped on. It wasn't very well constructed, and it was just really a shocking turn in a film that felt much smarter than that leading up to it. All of this added with a slow pace made what should have been a compelling mystery a surprisingly boring, unengaging narrative. I was expecting this film to capture my attention, but it really just turned out to be a case of style over substance. I enjoyed parts of it. I don't think those parts really add up to really a great theater experience, and unfortunately I'm going to have to give Murder on the Orient Express 65%, guys. I was hoping for a more compelling, more rewarding story, but it was lacking in substance and lacking what I think this film needed more than anything, which was just credible elements of mystery. And those are my thoughts on Murder on the Orient Express, guys. Now, if you are still here, I will say thank you, and I have a giveaway for you. To the first person who can get it, I have a digital copy of War for the Planet of the Apes for a lucky viewer. All you have to do is go to foxdigitalmovies.com and enter this code. If you enter the code first, the film is yours, and you can basically select whatever service you would like to redeem it, and I hope you enjoy. And that's it for today, guys. Those are my thoughts on Murder on the Orient Express. Let me know down in the comments below. Are you interested in this movie? What are some of your favorite mysteries out there? And don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to subscribe so you can join us next time. You can also find me on Twitter at YourCinemaGuy, or you can swing by silverscreenanalysis.com for tons of movie-related content. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm Anthony. This is the Silver Screen Analysis, and I'll see you at the movies.